repose.
Yeah. Time for a chat. Oh, that one time? Yeah.
Do one like this.
Welcome back to your daily dose of scandal and glamour. Let's spill the tea on today's hottest drama. DDG's mom is losing it over Halle Bailey's new man. And when I say crashing out, I mean full speed, no brakes. She's all over the internet throwing slick shade, making messy comments, and now, people in the streets are saying she's demanding a paternity test for baby Halo. Yep, she's really out here acting like Halle was creeping the whole time. And word is, DDG's whole family is convinced that Halle's new man wasn't just some rebound. They're saying he might have been in the picture way before we ever saw those beach photos. Matter of fact, they're convinced this mystery dude could actually be Halo's real daddy. And we all know DDG's mom never stays quiet when there's drama. She always dives head first. But this time, she's taking it to a whole other level. She's practically accusing Halle of two-timing DDG behind his back like some real-life soap opera twist. So yeah, get ready because the drama is spiraling fast. And if what we're hearing is true, things are about to get downright disrespectful. Here's the kicker. Those pics of Halle on vacation with her new man just broke the internet. And they didn't just show a cute beach moment. Oh no, they flipped the whole storyline upside down. Because until now, everybody thought Halle was just keeping to herself, laying low after the custody mess with DDG. Most people assumed she was still single, healing, and focused on baby Halo. But nah, those photos screamed a different story. She was booed up, hugged up, and happy, and the vibe, that didn't look brand new. That looked like a full-on, behind-the-scenes relationship that had been going strong for a while. And the wildest part? Nobody saw it coming until those pictures dropped. Not the fans, not DDG, and definitely not his mom. At first, nobody could tell who Halle's mystery man was, but come on, you already know the internet doesn't sleep. It didn't take long before people put the clues together, and boom, his name popped up. Scott Bridgway, a music producer who's worked with some heavy hitters, including none other than Kendrick Lamar. But here's where it gets spicy. Fans started digging deep, and the receipts, whew, they started popping up left and right. Turns out, Scott and Halle might have been linked way longer than anybody thought. Scott had a hand in producing Kendrick's DNX project, and even went on tour with him. Now get this, fast forward to May of this year, and Halle shows up at the concert in North Carolina. But it wasn't just some casual fan moment. Nah, the streets are saying she was there front row, center stage, supporting her new man. People are side-eyeing the timing like, wait a minute, this wasn't no new flame. This has been simmering for a while. And now the big question everybody's asking is, how's DDG really taking all this? You'd think with everything going down, their messy breakup, the back and forth over baby Halo, and all the social media chaos, he'd be trying to play it cool and move on too, right? Well, not exactly. DDG is not handling this well at all. Yeah, on the surface, he's out here smiling, acting like life is great, posting like he's living stress-free. But behind the scenes, he's pressed. The cracks are showing, and it's getting hard to hide. And let's not forget, just recently, out of nowhere, DDG randomly threatened to shut down Lil Rodney's son's whole career. Out the blue, people are like, what's going on with him? This man's clearly unraveling, and Halle's new romance might just be the trigger. Turns out that random outburst from DDG? Yeah, it wasn't random at all. Word on the street is he completely lost it after finding out that Rodney had been talking about Halle and her new man behind his back. And let's just say, DDG did not take it well. But that meltdown was just the beginning. DDG has been so triggered lately that he's out here blocking fans left and right just for mentioning Halle, and they're not even tagging him. We're talking harmless tweets like Halle Bailey living her best life with her new man, followed by I know that's right, and boom, blocked, like he's watching everything and taking it personal. Next thing you know, the blogs were on fire, and this man's drama was splattered everywhere. But wait, it's not just DDG losing it over Halle's glow-up, because apparently his mama Tanya is spiraling even worse. Let's be real, Tanya and Halle never really saw eye to eye. But now, this new relationship has Tanya extra pressed. Sources are saying she feels disrespected, like Halle's moving on way too fast. In her mind, the breakup is still fresh, since it hasn't even been a full year. But Tanya isn't just upset. She's allegedly convinced that Halle's dating Scott just to get under D's skin. According to the streets, Tanya thinks this whole thing is some kind of revenge PR stunt, like Halle's trying to flex a new man for headlines instead of focusing on baby Halo. And now, with emotions this high, folks are saying this family drama is about to explode even more. Everybody already knows Tanya's been throwing low-key shade at Halle for months now, but it looks like she's ready to turn it all the way up. And this is where the whole situation takes a wild left turn, because word on the street is that Tanya's been whispering in DDG's ear, trying to convince him to get a DNA test for baby Halo. Yep, you heard that right. Tanya allegedly believes there's a chance Halo might not even be G's child. She's been running with this theory that Halle was creeping behind DDG's back before the breakup ever happened. Meanwhile, let's not act brand new. DDG was out here doing his own dirt. He was cheating on Halle left and right, allegedly hooking up with Lala and who knows who else. But now that Halle's got a new man nearly 10 months after their messy breakup, suddenly she's the villain? Tanya is out here flipping the narrative and dropping hints like this could be some paternity scandal. The math isn't mathing. And of course, the internet wasn't about to let Tanya get away with that messy claim. Fans pulled up receipts faster than ever and dragged her name all across social media. Let's keep it real. DDG has been spiraling hard ever since Halle cut him off. He's been booed up with Lydia Love for months now, and that relationship? Whew, it's been pure chaos. Public fights, cryptic posts, unfollows and refollows, just a full-blown circus. So for Tanya to be out here trying to stir up drama about Halo's paternity while DDG's been moving reckless himself, fans are calling it out for exactly what it is: messy, desperate, and reaching. When you really look at it, it's not that shocking why Tanya would go so hard on Halle and start throwing out wild accusations like paternity fraud. These two have never liked each other, period. The tension's been building for a long time, and things hit a breaking point when Halle filed that restraining order a few months back. That filing exposed some serious stuff, and Tanya didn't like being called out at all. Halle accused DDG of allegedly putting his hands on her and even chipping her tooth. In her statement, she said, "When we arrived at his house, I was crying and told his family what happened. I begged the family who were there to help me figure out a schedule with him. They said, just leave Halo and go." And ever since those court documents dropped, Tanya's been moving shady and fast. Behind the scenes, she's been holding a grudge, and people close to the situation say she's been pressed about Halle moving on with a new man. That might be the real reason behind all this DNA test talk. Some folks think Tanya doesn't actually believe Halo isn't DDG's. She just wants revenge for Halle airing out their family drama in court. And that shady energy, it didn't stop there. Let's talk about that cryptic little post Tanya slid into the timeline, like nobody was gonna catch it. You remember the one? She wrote, "I don't usually comment or say anything on this internet, even with all the negativity, lies, and hatred towards mine." People were like, "Oh really?" Because that post didn't feel random. It felt like a direct shot at Halle, disguised as something vague and harmless. But fans weren't fooled. They clocked it instantly. And now, with emotions still raw, this whole situation is turning into a real family war, on and off the internet. But after all these wild accusations, it made one thing clear: Halle had stayed quiet way too long. And when she finally spoke up, she did not come empty-handed. Fans didn't waste a second pulling receipts. But Halle came through with the screenshots, ready to expose everything. She laid it out, how DDG barely sees baby Halo, and how Tanya's been enabling his absence behind the scenes. In the messages, you can literally see Halle begging Tanya just to help coordinate DDG spending time with his own child. One of the texts shows Halle writing, "Just keeping you updated. We'll be back on the 11th. Haven't heard if Mo still plans to get Halo like we talked about. If he's around, you can get him the 27th and bring him back to court. If not, I'll keep him until we return." And Tanya's reply? Instead of helping, she says that DDG doesn't have time and will just wait until Halle gets back. Like, seriously? No effort, no follow-up, nothing. But here's where it gets even grimier. After all that back and forth, Tanya turns around and files a sworn declaration in court, flipping the whole script and throwing Halle under the bus. She blamed Halle for everything, trying to paint her as the problem from the jump. She went as far as claiming Halle was stalking DDG with AirTags planted in his car, calling her emotionally unstable, and even hinted that Halle had once tried to harm herself. That level of accusation, beyond messy, it was cold. But the shadiest part of all this? The timing. Tanya pulled this paternity stunt just 1 week after she was in court begging for grandparent rights. She wanted to be the one supervising DDG's visits with baby Halo, acting like she was some peaceful middlewoman trying to keep the family together. And now, she's out here planting doubt about whether Halo is even DDG's son. Fans are calling it what it is: straight manipulation. Tanya went from concerned grandma to full-on courtroom saboteur in a matter of days. The betrayal is wild, and the internet is not letting it slide. So Tanya really went from acting like Grandma of the Year, begging the court to let her stay involved in Halo's life, to now throwing shade like, maybe the baby ain't even theirs to begin with? Like seriously, how does that add up? Fans were instantly calling out the contradiction, because if Tanya actually believed there was a chance that Halo wasn't DDG's child, why was she fighting tooth and nail to get court-approved time with him in the first place? You can't play both sides. Either you're claiming him as family, or you're not. But here's what a lot of people are saying. Tanya's not really doubting Halo's paternity. She's just salty because Halle shut her down in court. Y'all remember how DDG's lawyer, Larry Bachman, tried to slide a slick move in front of the judge? He asked for DDG to get visitation rights, with Tanya as the supervisor, like that was gonna magically smooth things over. But Halle, she wasn't having any of it. Her lawyer, Jeremy Lane, shut that down quick. He told the judge flat out, Tanya can't be trusted to supervise fairly. And let's be honest, we all know why. Halle's been saying since day one that Tanya enables DDG's toxic behavior, making excuses, covering for him, and ignoring all the drama happening around him. That's exactly why Halle filed for sole custody in the first place, and the judge agreed. DDG still got visitation rights, but only under the watch of a neutral professional supervisor. Tanya got benched, and it's clear she did not take that well. Now she's spiraling, bitter, and throwing jabs at Halle all over social media like it's personal, which, let's be real, it definitely is. This ain't about the baby anymore. This is about pride, control, and Tanya not getting her way. At first, Tanya tried to fight back hard against the court's decision. She swore up and down that she was more than capable of supervising DDG's visits, tried to paint herself as the sweet, harmless grandma, just a loving woman wanting time with her grandson. But the receipts said something else entirely, and the fans weren't buying it, not even for a second. With all the mess her name's been tied to, the internet was quick to remind her, you've been knee-deep in drama since day one, and now she's out here pushing shady paternity rumors about Halle and baby Halo, like she hasn't been stirring the pot behind the scenes this whole time. Now here's where it gets extra messy, because people are starting to question Tanya's real motives. Is this paternity test talk really about concern for Halo, or is it about revenge? The timing is way too convenient. Halle pops up with her new man, and boom, suddenly Tanya wants a DNA test? Let's keep it real. It's giving bitterness. It's giving damage control. And most of all, it's giving, I didn't get my way, so now I'm flipping the script. The wild part is, this is the same Tanya who was just in court fighting for more access to Halo, crying about being pushed out and blaming Halle for keeping the baby away from DDG. And now she's out here questioning if the baby even belongs to their family? The contradiction is loud, and from the looks of it, this might just be the beginning. If Tanya's spiraling this hard just from Halle's new relationship hitting the internet, imagine what's coming when that next round of court drama drops. And don't forget, Halle's been quiet this whole time. But quiet doesn't mean weak. Quiet means she's watching. So don't be surprised if she claps back again. And when she does, best believe she's coming with the screenshots, the receipts, and the internet already on her side. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to stay in the loop with all the latest. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update, and I'll catch you in the next video.